all things are possible. God be with you. There's no one, nothing. And I want to. Sawaji. Oh yeah. Natrasa Samaba.
Yes, indeed. Emrena Sosamidi, a year drive talk, bro. 92.4 FM, no Wasugusu Awutino. Midi, a year Dr. Rain, Krobia Santi, Enzima Kotoko, this year, Nemie, Asamangama Bushia, Anamebo. Maminjia, and paying for any a year, one more mutiemi, a war, a year Alexa, so, more driving or London. Na mutiemi, a war Rainbow Radio, 92.4 FM. Sanso and a Vias Yaman Senina, Opesa Otimenka, and one is a wako Alexa. Now with the Rainbow, with the station, not to Rainbow Radio, say Alexa, play me Rainbow Radio UK. Nanye Obeti Dr. Ren Ene. In Chiaka Sian Koma Yaniamo Amonso, ATM ye, Hemie, or TikTok ni Facebook. Rainbow Radio, Oko, a ye Facebook, a ye Rainbow Radio UK, and Obe Hunemie, say Akramatanasi. Na matana CD ene empayimfo ben na me no matwetwe nkomo ye ne yenua eye Eugene Osetitu ye ne bedi nkomo or ye journalist, a broadcaster. Now when it comes to a year journalism in terms of a year analytical yenua no we ya de yi ene me ne bedi nkomo se wo mekyerɛkyerɛ mu de nti a ye declare a year Ken Oforiata most wanted and answer a fugitive of justice. The Nyamia Adamu I bought a year 5:30 p.m. exactly. Yene a year seasoned, well-learned, a fantastic young man, and also a broadcaster, a journalist. With the Akutne a year multimedia Ghana. You know, ever between a year and come away for the so exactly at 6 p.m. so yene a year. Yenuya a year nanache innocent and so much drink come up. I will a year FDA. So he is a seasoned a year political, a year social commentator. Yenena bedin come up. I will a year FDA. So at the end air council, I will a year asantimem. Council of State elections air council. Now head away at NDC for Kobo Madania led by the NDC chairman. Ewo Ashanti region. Womo fa a coach and a boss. Send your Ghana a canoe. No womo ko fa all assembly members. Most of the assembly members in Ashanti region. No more bass him. Womo go to the area. We go to about a year Council of State elder. You be this uncommon. I've you ever heard about a year Godfrey Dame and is he being personal when it comes to a year this continuation of a year high-profile cases, now a year from finance ministry to fugitive, we've gone. But in what can we wajibam send the energy minister a year John Abujinapo in terms of a year referring to a year the foreign minister was he an idea or Ken Oforiata wajibam with Johnny. But in what can we Otilo Najade. We gwan what to bush as my fool be say ya kunda ya ye win ye hwenwa ye hono and also a topica ye mrebemwa ye bedidin kama Fatima Abubakar asembe na wedi atija mami kyerese ene dia uka parliamenta wasi NDC fo wo mabonwa mo wonte brofo ase nim brofo ka Etianam say woman in brofo no woman tibrofunti. And a woman who call parliament to cry. Woman to me and your dang enkasa. Because woman bon woman tibrofo. And a year Asamoah, a year Fatima tu, a year Abubakar, wode asɛm wei atudwa. I say challenges in English language have caused majority in parliament to shrink into a minority. Enti asɛm a ɛyɛ ababaawa Abubakar Fatima wode atudwa. Na saa ɛyɛ maame deɛ me bɔne tɔfa kakra na makyerɛ wo mu a ɔyɛ obi a under His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo no na wɔyɛ the Deputy Director of Communications at the Flagstaff House. Yes, the position emu edu paa wɔsan nso bɛyɛ serve as the Minister for Information. And I was also serve the Deputy Minister of Information from 2021 June to February 2024. Let's just say Asamoah Mame Abubakar wode atu edwane no. We say NDC for ma bon papa. Eba ne brofo kan, wo mu ni brofo kan. Edi ne wo mu kɔ parliament a. We mu ntimi nkasa no wo mu tete mantwea. Ama wo ma dane from majority no wo ma dane wo ma shrink into minority. The year what is so tie. Asemia mami yake what is so tie. I'm ready to do maybe telephone lines now when so abomodi na watch na wadwene. Ewo your Skype line any eja yen WhatsApp line no when so abomodi na when so free. Telephone numbers no 077 71 950 989. You ready to do a mema wo akwenya na when so abomodi na watchere wadwene. Ewo enkomo ya in the next less than a year, 11 minutes, you have a Ghana and a Eugene, a year or say to two after train come. The NTR, ye declare a year Ken Oforiata most a year wanted and a fugitive. Ye animal what bronze. No move say most wanted, no. Is he wanted alive and he not alive to come and answer questions. It in Yami Adumwa exactly at 5:30. You will could in common. But anyway, so me but now say na me no between komo a channel say edumeku a omo shema say bo me ho echidom na me den komo pa nyina bre wo overseas student apps. Now one promotion, special promotion May cost what den. And the special promotion for May 2025 intake, you know, I shall see overseas students for one more money I didn't come for so one brana, one to me and boa, one more aquenia, I'll be to me one more first degree and now one more masters, a United Kingdom. Overseas students, a partnership with the number of universities in the UK to ensure processes, one more admission, 100% guaranteed. Iti momodia na woni womo anything komo courses na womo intake ni bi MSc in cyber security, MSc in information technology, masters of public administration. From womo tentemwa our UK numbers is so 020 81 44 3633 020 81 44 36 33. And answer Ghana so and answer outside the United Kingdom. Frewamo our telephone numbers is plus 233 24285 037 plus 233 24285 037. And answer to me Frewamo plus 233 243 173 713. Omodiana free overseas students na omodiana omboa. No much say processes for the whole processes overseas students house will only charge your administrative fee of a year 3,500 Ghana cedis, equivalent to a year almost 175 pounds. Na bomodiana chia na omuntimi emboa. Mami chia mpanyimfo a womutie me jikanza wa hase Zigma wa hase Sanso and a union a woman so evermodina in Facebook and so Yamamunina so Aquaba ora a substance and so ewa Sa and so na lady a cha here our London. Kofi Amponsa was a Wavi and so ha awake awakes and so has a Ebusia Michiamo na mema mu nyina maka akwaba all protocol observe na yenko na yemfa nsɛm wei ɛmfa nsom ɔman Ghana mede som wɔ ɔman Ghana no ɛnɛ yi deɛ wokɔ asantema mu a mokae sɛ the Council of State abatoɔ no penkyɛm bi ɛbaa soɔ mente me ho ase bi ɛbaa so ɛno nti mpanyinfoɔ twe sign ɛba ɛnnɛ na mpanyinfoɔ twe sign no na de akɔ akɔba no sɛ ɛnɛ deɛ wɔn hwɛ ne sɛ wɔn bɛkɔ akɔto aba no ɛno nti abatoɔ no ahyɛ so a mene wo kasa yi deɛ already no nipa a wɔn akɔto wɔn aba no agya wɔn dodoɔ no ɛnhyɛ da nhyɛ nkran but yɛne deɛ akyire yɛde abatoɔ no nyinaa no sɛnea ɛkɔsi yɛ no yɛde ne nyinaa ɛbɛbrɛ mo owura a yɛfrɛ no Michael Blankson wɔde asɛm bi atodwa na ne nsɛm no nyinaa no ɛfa wɔsɛ aban dadaa no a ɛyɛ Akufo-Addo aban no ɛnam sɛ wɔ refuse sɛ wɔbɛtua a 10% bribe nti no wɔno no deɛ wɔbɔ mmɔden ahwere sika paa ɛwɔ Akufo-Addo apɛn so ɔsɛ I refuse to pay a 10% bribe to retrieve my 1.2 million dollar investment locked in Ghana through the debt exchange program. Nti asɛm a owura Blackson wɔde ato adwa no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wɔkɔ aprɔ ɛwɔ Germany na ɛnɛ yi wabɛpie mu wɔ Ghana mene wo kasa yi the second lady maame Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman wabɔ mmɔden ama no akɔ aba sɛdeɛ sɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ Education Minister Education Minister de asɛm kɛseɛ bi atodwa asɛm kɛseɛ no ɔde atodwa no nyinaa ne sɛ ɛnɛ yi deɛ PTA foɔ mate dɛ ɛdeɛ na mate dɛ wɔsɛ ɛfiri na ɛkɔ yi deɛ PTA foɔ yɛnkɔ tie wowura Haruna Idrisu asɛm a wɔde ato adwa ɛfa PTA
that a national standardized test will be introduced in Ghana through P2
Rainbow Radio live 92.4 FM DAB+.
The intention is simple. You don't want to train a child and the only time he's asked to write exam is prepare for PCA and get it.
Abusiamfa encheme we about the introduction of national standardized test for certain primary classes and aiming to psychological prepare student for a more rigorous examination like the BEC. A new man in Shishaya, the education minister said, walk anyone. We're heading with Edia Boa, Emma, Unianimo, Mano, one of Modiana, will wait to me, a Siadi, and wait to me a past years. But the uncle, now a PT, say Parents Teachers Association, and know what the Abomodian say, announced the reintroduction of the PTA. Young Konyanko T. Ora Haruna Idris, Asamoah the two.
I'm particularly happy to announce that PTAs will be introduced back into the management of education in Ghana under the presidency of Excellency John Dramani Mahama to work for parents and teachers to work together to improve learning outcomes in our educational institutions and for PTAs to support our educational institutions to produce quality human capital for our country.
Enti assembly in Chimane say, Nenia just say, reintroduce the PTA, that is a Parents Teachers Association, as part of management team in public schools, aiming to foster collaboration and improving educational outcomes. Abai dadano, obomodi etwa PTA. And a new minister is an idea or reintroduction at the PTA. just say PTA, or Bomodian said, what the PTA, was sign at the Abba a BM. Now, what the Abba BMudia, let's just say, or any more say PTA, PTA in Kankono, or Bomodian said, ja, no, parent for woman a teacher for Ebeka Bumu, no matter no matter to Numa, senior, Ghana education system, no. Ebebo modern ide akọ ebe konkan eno eya semwa owura harina edrisu wabo modern a wode atu edwa ene ebi mu se eya sempa ebi mu nso se eya semde. Now still on the education ministry no omo kire se omo te se nkonfo bi kire se aban a wabe wa start charge examination fees ne nioma. Say I will phone into ya or say what is Mumbontungu. I will for be anywhere a some cocoa to ya any examination fee be a binance mark will be. And this a wotis will be school be charge I will for examination fee. Mumbo Bodiana Mama Dr. Ren Masonte. Namema a Ministry of Education. Asonte Nasa school no woman show mason. Because abino and shemra say a school for kutia any examination fees being in your abine say one you tia the abua my Ghana send ya bind that and year fees charges be a cultural exams are in Jessica bia and one more twasso it's your money so more quack Jessica it's any money when ya the one more Jessica so wouldn't be a Rainbow Radio na yamba modiana eja na yamba modia fanto aban any we any and someone a friend is saying a free education ministry me de de emma nti channelso enche yene Eugene ebetwetwen enkomo obe kyerɛkyerɛ yemu yentia ye declare Ken Oforiatta most wanted. You see, Ken Oforiatta somebody there. You move in your case, ye kapa. Yeah, Why here? Why here now? Wokoka. Ubega say be a what time Ken Oforiatta. And I would treat Ken Oforiatta. Look, me minim say Ken Oforiatta. Woma even some businessmen are MPs. Don't ebi mu dodo no cry MPP for elusu sika ehwe sika. And even among the MPP womo fo de ewura OSP no no. Eliti so obi tinchen no kase Ken Oforiatta memuo no a Akufo-Addo ba wo fa no as Ministry of Defense no when Akufo-Addo nya adwene a sorry when OSP nya adwene say wo mra no meyi nsem bia no a saa nipa kro no woni entiase wo de aban no nsem a wo frɛ no sɛ wo mra no meyi ano sɛ nipa kro no won entiase a clearly saa nipa kro no wono kra beboa na aban no be a owura Ken Oforiatta hye bia no yakwa akotwe no aba no wa beyi nsem bia. Now clearly, and I'm saying Ghana for the one when is anti-asianinti. And he say Eugene ever to train come. Na watch and simu edi amaye. Na it me enyanti asie. Ewo and seminwa OSP e declare no. Owura Ken Oforiatta e declare no. Wanted. Anyway, yanko to twitwin ahoma yi se agensa beka yenua Eugene no Memfa eye ensem we memfa ententemwa memfa ensumo efa ene eye the newspaper review no memfa mamodiana memfa emau na uhunu ensemwa from bro eye Bramoro media yemfa ensumo tentemwa ansana eja yetimi echinchim mfidie no na wonso wetie de ekoso anda eye Nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado, when the finance minister, Ura Ken Ofori Atta. The appointment, I demand, no, a Juma demand, you Tianica, the taxpayers' money in the Tianica. Etienne is I'm ready to see us one Bramby in Sembianoa. I saw back, will be in someone. Clearly, Yanko finds some.
I want to. Oh, yeah. Not some mamba.
What I say, one way beyond.
Radio live 92.4 FM. DAB Plus.
The daily searchlight and fan statue. And then you do that.
Rainbow Radio live 92.4 FM. DAB Plus.
Minister for Health launches oral cholera vaccination campaign in Accra. Accra across Ghana because cholera neguso Aedes and semi. Offenso could be the next Boko as youth chase Omahine out of town. Omahine from Sobe and Waye. What you say, Mummy be saying, so yes, no sorry, I'm moye, sir. Supreme newspaper. Dr. Mamadou Baumia wows Harvard University with impressive achievement of Ghana's digitalization drive. What Ghana, what you say, Sa drive no, and for so one can you try body man. Massa, Mumia can occur, when I coach at Harvard for Kayam so Mamma Kanamanka, Simbia Mam wow boom for me. Mahama petitioned as Pram kingmakers call for justice in alleged illegality, unresolved murders cases, Kopekata, Nathan Jim went to me and survey. Mahama did a bit Masoviana. Samia Uku outdoors of the market. And now depends when to me or door. Mahama prays no to me or door. The Daily Analyst 38 AU Summit. Mahama calls for collective action on reparations. Nanado Ebe Cancer as he say, Abrofo be there big man so Muntiaka. Mahama, many yourself the cancer as me because yen for so. When you Casama from Farmer AU Nan can say, Yasmaza or Casa as way. Human Resource Restructuring at Tom's Ministry. Sam George requests CVs of directors, senior managers. Sam George, we hear CVs meboa. Okay, young Kopekata and CV ne de nipa ni bi betini aye. Edi amount name maybe anonim de no muni. Mahama advocate African-led financing for development. Menene ya adwen. What you say? And no Donald Trump see US aid no we one farmer be mind you. Amansan esu, but Mahama said they be yeke humuni bit mabwa without US aid no.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget it.
Reducing inflation. Kwabri East MP urges government to boost local businesses. Kopekata no. MP na small kamene ya binimum ka wo ken na so she made in Ghana. What you say na twemse na mempe no. Wo she abrofo enyoma wo so kasi yim masa. The informer Galamsey fight Otumfo proposes multi-facet approach. Kopekata Otumfo na no so no ankasa ne site. The man is Galamsey for not TSC. What you say? Otumfo when you deal with Yanko, see a buyer before we say Bebwao, Sanka for the person called Diabuao. Fourth last will and testament of the late Alhaji Salia Abdullah, Alhaji Asmabanda, lawyer dragged to legal counsel, Kopekatan lawyer, their friend is against Nomrene Kohonum. Reform UN Security Council Mahama Aegis Conference, same penny from Befa, Namine Nimwatias here, and so a Safata reforms in the Bay Africa, Subiano Ewum. Yantina be Mema Abrofun potential maybe so in Kudinsi Huna, Yansa be facing consequences.
Yamipa ni na do magana.
It was a man, you must.
Hey, Yami Beni.
It was a man, you must.
The Business Weekly was saying, Ato forced him to present 2025 budget to Parliament on March 11th, Kopekata no Nsembena Ebeko budget name. Government engages IMF on a staff visit on 2025 budget, Kopekata no. Another day, do I Ghana no one? Chese Bebre, and so at the end of the day, inshallah, Namita. John Mahama be ye free mu. World Bank cautions Ghana against early return to international capital market. World Bank nye da mobeka ne befa. Die beboa man no e na mpanyifo ya to aba mu omo. Omo befa so de ye free. Or how we dey akwa do. The Daily Ghanaian Guide was saying President Mahama holds bilateral discussions with German counterpart Kopekratano. What you say? Ghana from more Germany, me sure say Mumam Penia Banamajino Felso. Someone ye de among coins, I mean, trouble.
Asia of amateurs.
Ghana for
Rainbow Radio live 22.4 FM.
Opening Yakupon Shano.
Enti eye the newspaper eye review na eja yakofa free ebra moro wodi ebo modia ede ebre yen kama newspaper no a etwegu Ghana no se ne etie no ano no Ghana newspaper de unhunu untese Ghana newspaper review bi aba me akase and the government government is employing a year bia 50,000 Ghanaians across the nation. Won't tibida, won't tisa Ghana news front page, won't tisa, yes, bia, and you know, Ghana no, ye call a mu, won't take the Obetiana no, the Obetiana no, country no, sanity. Now, my main for me editorial, where I have some way, yame, I think it's I see a do home come up. If a scholarship, I had in Ghana for Obama and Ibis Yadia. I was yammy with some scholarship by the man call for Mombeshia dear Wabruchino. Sebio and Fasubi was one. Question I may be beside. Obetiani, see a swan call for be free Ghana, Yenuanum, and then ya one more Barbara, ye Brunel, one more Barbie Siadia, and then ya one more Barbie, ye friends and schools here across the nation. Across the world. Outside Ghana. One more Kwaku Siadia, me busa Ghana for say. Scholarship here, the Ghana for so mission idea one man on and for so bang ye free. Maybe sir. Because courses be brain was some mebon in Maba way back. Near sister cities, £2. Yes, sister cities, $2. No. Maybe so. Sa courses now one by yan wabruchino. Omuntimin yebi olegona na. Sa courses, omuntimin yebi ewo a friend say Kwame University ana. Sa courses no muntimi nya bi ewo Kivas ana sa courses no muntimi nya bi any of the other private universities ewo Ghana and today bia na ma Ghana for mebunu ne maba one of my stranded wa brochire ade ya yentumi tua school fees yentumi tua sika de mo beto aduane edi wo no beto betua mo aye bills. Why do we force ourselves to bring Ghanaians eba brochire so mesua de ni ya one call for economy and call for economy ni kosoro because how the Ghana ni back guy ye krom ha so mesua dia. What you are doing is that you are helping the British government, you know, one more day, one more economy because you are paying. And one of the things a ye Korea meeting United Kingdom one more money dia kotini wom education one nya a year form of foreign revenue So I keep asking myself, these guys are one university in Brunei. Now no abrantie bia we free akrabia CS when 8 days. Yeah, man, why I see a number Brunei, or Baba Edia, or Baba Shia about business. Now me tell you those kind of courses, no. Yen to me trebi wo ye legona na. And in Tino, what is inside in TS or Babruchri? Ebesua de. Look, see a person be Babruchri Ebesua de. Enya courses bi ani pakro ye nya bi wo Ghana ye ofa bi wo Ghana e bia sa course na bia bi ni Ghana eni ntia peso oba no obenya sa animdie no no de bebroa oman no enti efa ne say bia ya pagan na bi wo wie university no ye so okay abrantie we ye nim so nimade the nation wants to sponsor him no one be ye bia brain surgery enti ye na be bia friend say university bi wo ye bia friend say bia Harvard bi and now say bia Lincoln bi Cambridge bi wo no bia wa university bi wo bia Germany and now Russia bi wo fa kwan bi so a ye pai ni pa dwene mu ye tumi ka bom sa branche no bia wo Ghana sa nim de ne bia ye universities ne bia mu nim de ne nyendu wo ye fo mo mbra ebia aeronautics bi yɛbɛsi ɛkɔ space ebia saa no yɛma branche no ebi ɔnkɔ Massachusetts University school no a me wɔ fakɔ bi no ɛyɛ a friend is a squadron leader a later no ɔbɛyɛ air commodore Ghana Armed Forces a wɔn kɔ Massachusetts no yɛma ɔmo kɔ saa university ni bi na nyɛ courses a nipa no baaya obesua de ade a whoever be business administration, whoever be social science. Come on, are we serious as a nation? Whoever be purchasing and supply. Then this our courses we they say friends in those days Accra Polytechnic Garden University. Who are mu churches and school? I mean, I don't even understand why Ghana no. You know, we don't want to cut our coat according to our size. Ube unu ni aswan kofu bebre free Ghana. Ni na wabegua na de twamen so ne say ube unu no courses no ni omo wo ye. Edumre a mbetro mu thesis ne nneoma no a ufa aye. Look, the level of education ye I mean we see at the NTS here they are. Why are we forcing ourselves to come and learn about Wobronia this year? What is education? Empowering people to solve the problems of your society. Why do we force our people to come here to come and gain education? UK. Why? Can't we come with a curriculum to solve the problems of our nation? One of the problems of Ghana today, radio conversation, I'm not talking about Adentina, it will be a national conversation that will involve the primary, the JSS, the SHS, and the universities across the nation to come up with solutions. And yes, Corona, leadership is about wisdom and knowledge. And they have a fan call for our scholarship has not been paid. We need a bag na Ghana. You bet me the wako, ye kivas. You bet me the wako. So as say, Uber saw Barbara Chesco, one got a institution. And answer friend, a friend is saying, overseas students are your house, no mumbo. And you need to may yes, I'm better than say. And a minute do say, sans some wound is our scholarship, no, yet you come. Sani paninya say ye because ye kofu obi a wo kɔ abrochire school a owie a wo befa kwan bi so a Ghana ye be nuclear friends ye betumi anya nimdeɛ wɔ nuclear energy mu a those kind of courses ye business ne social sciences ne psychology ne sociology no these courses can be taught in Ghana. They are even be ye kyerɛ wɔ Ghana. Why do we spend change cities to dollars say these kind of courses? I think ni a friend is saying, Ebia, Brunel University, near no Maya, she say, Mumfa Munkran in free Ghana, and Brana Muba, your pounds, no your school fees. None near ma. Muntiasia. You don't understand. What about you can no Benyanim, dear, no, de boa Ghana, ma Ghana, to me free, a year poverty. We go by it. Additional was is tailored on solving the problems in Europe, not problems in solving in Ghana. I'm telling you the truth. You can Disiano. We are Menumi and Sign Naka Krabi now. Ubetimi free, Hakaya, you to be a free, honey, Sian, Ghana, Yentimin, boy, Yentimin solve problems, no? You got a problem facing the Ghanaians is different from the problems facing the English boy. And now the problem facing the German is different from the problems FSC or Ghana. And I'm going to tell you about education. You can't tell him once. You tell him once. And then you can't tell him at the same name. When I mean, just as I hear by force, it be a crowded free a year for me, swap, one free boom, yo. And we are so cool. Yes, it's in a umbra Brunei. What met now, no messiania. Is it just a common sense? Amuniana Nimdiana Yans and a bomb said you do so about Kokwana. I am in tears, you. Honestly, Mintimase. Mintias, yes, yet to Ghana, you will go diamond, bauxite, manganese. Why are we not educating the children from the basics to know the importance of gold? Just what we know doing university, be university. They go know the importance of gold. So when you're university and a year friend is a year takwas to a year university of schools over there and their minds are we just will name them there or two of was no will name them there about gold. We name say gold there boba. And the alpha process ma be metal odim and no there to the come say gold necklace. We name I don't understand. Sometimes it's common sense. Oh. Someone say, look, today IMF is saying it. The problem of Ghana, no, and you're created by our leaders. The leaders create the problem. But you see, leadership is about solving problems. That is why the Bible says that God make a way where there seems to be no way. And no phrase, no, sir, I just saying, it means it says, a leader, you create the path for redemption, a path for enlightenment, a path to take people out of poverty. By the end of the day, we are creating more problems for our people. And also, who were the go school? I got go school as Massachusetts University. Maybe what for work Massachusetts. At the age of a friend said 11 years. I was at the age of 11, 12. You can't tell me something go school of Massachusetts. I'm not kidding you. Very brilliant from Ashanti Goldfish Company. You know, a fire scholarship those days. Look, sometimes I don't understand why we force ourselves. And Maba one in free Ghana and go school abroad. And no, say a form of stealing from the coffers and so on. We start a shots any DHD. Because when Tiasia Nipani Wabia, ye free Ghana, they be a UK, Wababesia about Ebia, aeronautics be, Wababesia about how I bet me a building aeroplane. Wababesia, your man, dear Fufrobia, a bin Ghana, young Chren or Ghana, there. I understand, I can understand. Nipani ba waba UK, you know, Wababesia about business and commerce. Ba. Hey. Yetrebi University of Everett say Legon. We'll be sharing the idea of political science, sociology. Come on. You guys are kidding. Mudiagro. And that is the reason why our sons and daughters will remain poor. Even though we have gold and diamond and bauxite. You don't understand. You can't crash for no Ghana leaders. No, you crash for Omanim Bia yet. And you mamma and papa will tear crossing or me crassy for no. The Okonya education, no, I want to be fair education, to be better people, when they are crassing. Bible, they say, well, see, if you know the truth and you cannot use the truth to set yourself free, there, oh, no, send fata, so be didn't pay him. But when they met Bunin Baba, one woman in Namaya cried in, no one in my friend is a Leicester, no one in Namaya, Scotland, Adea, ye free Ghana, ye the Abba, ye Babis, ye the idea. Idea na Babisia. One can't tell me. I yet to mean Ghana. One tell me. Idea pan a free Ghana back room. Muslim Babayan Mudia. I yank to be Ghana. Mumuni Mudia Yamubenano, UK. You cannot even add anything tangible to take us out of poverty. One try it. Nimdiam Namubenya. But and today it's like it has become like a fashion, like Ghana. It's like we are producing lawyers instead of producing engineers. A country that is underdeveloped, we produce more lawyers than engineers. We don't even know how many engineers we are producing in the next 10 years. The corona yetimino. I just say I will be our only tier Caribbean say. I'm as soon as I are talented. No be on waba. No, I be soon could be no one in the mood. A man blessed with gift and talents, skills, not in them. The society don't even, the leadership even don't even know. Say we are going to be no be a the education minister, and then we have to come and form some. Look, all these things. I'm telling you. Incrasive for the deacon and him. And your mom would tell your master in the D him. Woman tin knowledge and asset. Woman tin information asset. And that is why the society, we are always chasing things that are not even, that will not bring any help to the society of Ghana. Nimdia no mkunyano. And I'll Ghana as a cholera kunko for. Sometimes, yeah, what's not radio super no way now, but say, we name pain for near teaching for, and they didn't come out. They actually out here. But see me soon is mama. Because sometimes, hey, Obroni no ko edik. See, I can't remember. Me ma, mommy, or Oxford. Look, sometimes when I ask myself the question, say, you know where do I call Oxford? Oh, I call Ghana. At the end of the year, in such a bed, yeah, can you Ghana still does call IMF? NDC the ACO, MPP the ACO, MPP the ACO, NDC the ACO. Education. ASA. How can I solve the problems of my people? The problems my people are facing today. Any education. Forget to be beer. Forget to say what na classroom. Say yeah, the Saddle College. Say yeah, Fantipim. Say yeah, Presec. Say yeah, friend is a Prempe. Forget to say call Wesley Girls and yeah, friend is a Mansite and yeah, all the other schools mentioned it. Forget it. If you cannot use it to solve problem, what failing? That's all. And into a whole former minister for information said MPDC phone to me cabro phone to mabo. The knowledge, until your master. On your ready is so be. That is the problem we are facing as a society. And into you were bridge bull, but we don't have the civil engineers. Don't do no. I remember the capital to build bridges for us. And then we come and Cobra Bridge, Ebu. Nobody is talking about it. Yeah, try have an Ebu near said the Canoon, Etra River, no, Etra and Cobra. Said yeah, the Tinan San and Liman, Ebe Boyamia Bridge. Yet Tenasi, because we don't have them. How many engineers are we producing? We are producing a bunch of friends and so-called lawyers. Now, lawyer, no, they are assembly. Wokodi obias and Nipan Odisika, but where they're not Nasa Makokot. No, I lawyer. How many technocrats are we producing? A society where will be a carpenter who are born when you marry. Can you imagine such a society? A society will be a carpenter, yes, who are born when you name there. Can you just imagine society where you just a deep know your banker there and you are being you because of what I were cutting air condition or your susu collector, bro, need friend a banker or your susu collector, among Fosika and what year. And we're adding or subtracting and we're balancing. That's all. When you be so, it's about numbers. Tell me about the accountant. The omoye. Apart from somebody missing about a good bank. Near the Biatiano. And you baby no. So these are the things that sometimes I ask myself, say, who is going to conscientize the society to start believing in themselves? To have a sense of hope and a new direction, to understand, say, this is where we want to go as a nation, not to ask the Bronini Pasiya call as a nation. And where do we want to go? Ade. In Kwadani a subject young kwa. A lion has a tail. It has a big head. When name him say lion tiso? When name? Say Jatano and I was a bono. Ni tiso. When name? And no never Ghana and no call the moon. And no never Ghana and let me at 10 lanes from Accra to Bunkburgu yo 10 lanes a big corner biba. A lion no never Ghana and let me as a Sunday take a coming out of the poverty. Lion no could you know na found such a new counsa. Near Baby General Nebuchadnezzar, Wadani Abu, just say things that are not relevant. And yet, you're wasting crown age, You're wasting. And your crown will be a JSS. I won't mean your pay. You're wasting the age, The 12 years, the 5 years, the 8 years, the 7 years, the 10 years, they are wasting up. Your money, any skills. Your money skills in your granny real school. We JSS, a friend is saying, a menace to the society, or a problem onto the society. One so I'm called SSR or your problem. Or SS no so or your problem. Because after SS no, there is nothing waiting in South Etinia, no skills acquired. And you won't set a society to come out of poverty. When basic things you do, why I think by now, no. Yedi SS for ye technical way for yedi omo ye kabana we can't say yes Ghana for still like we have Ghanaians living schools under trees and can SS for no womo practical job na womo bon kunwem no mo ye dex yedi wood ni free friend is a timber market so a year friend is saying you soccer ban ho yedi omo free ye den takra do yedi nua na be gu no mo sensene no mo ye nkonwa. Not the whole Ghana school, no concra won't let in Yasi. We are near trouble home, and Kodan way the year, over the year school, going away. Baby, you know, you're well informed. When you have a bobon kunyum, Obabro tra, Uncle Tony men free a care, and because I've been a walk of a year carpenter, Bini way you, Ukofano, a bit to cab baby. One, who read the diagram, no, now won't be a beer. What they are Kunyani Nibesi. Akunyanin sabesi, akunyano yeni. Hey, na wane kwa yama. Bet £100 will be na baba yama. I'm ready to say yes, sir. The kind education I see yes, son. And why? And into na Ghana in what you are. We need the importance of water. It's not be too good when it needs you. Go on, Tiasia. And into be chat timber if we a year adan near a trailer so no yen baba trailer driver no any baba ye ni timber na ko China ye de koyem konya na Honorable Agban Suman Agbagbe, Speaker of Parliament under the first John Dramani Mahamad's government was yen konko tom konyem free China because Ghana ni carpenter ni bi betua yen konya ama MPs na omutu ye gold na tena so ntini akọ China ni akọ kram konya. Can we even just imagine? And these are something that is very, very sad. What do you say? Me, I am here. Because we are wasting time and destroying futures of people. The lives of the Ghanaian, we are wasting them. We are wasting the youth all the time. Yet acronym youth in the tiba pema be creative, be forcing no direction, no sense of direction from leadership. There is a gap into we JSS when Timian SSR and no society abandon no statistics the Mekwa say Yankofa Sankora we mebunu maba we mra and to be a nimno and Tiadual and Timian JSS sa abena and Timian sorry SSR abena ka ewa abrabom onim de obeye abrabona ye bono abena o hunu de obeya kopem time a wo bewu ono na ye so de ti pempem saa e bia obenya boga bi na boga bi abeware no ente saa lawu abena no be ne nam saa ono na bewu ewa abrabom. Eti nipa ne to no wie SSR 2 years. Then I remove and to maybe a phone lines now and paying for me in my barber join leading. It's your branch and it one say, well, no, we assess no hot man back. And your man Koye were passing when Timian to us to see Kenua. It's only name one when your bad friendship, I know on the name, sir. Now, if you were starting but trouble because society, every free society now you believe we see a some young couple every free so the devil finds work for the idle hand. Intino a young money and manual mono SSR woman Timianco as a friend is saying university woman who finds work for them. I didn't know to me. And millions of Ghanaians will finish SHS. they'll become wayward. But so we should thank we should thank the youth too. Ghana youth no stubborn. Ghana youth no stubborn. Crack. No one joke. Abrafun kwada we. I know muti krum ha. You know what bro? Just my money. Who create a system? Crowd ama wa cry no jump out of the system. I would ama wa. Now they want creative young farmer. Yeah, system ni dey yem kwada no hoju. Yem kwada no aga cho mo say friend say ye pebe ni pattern momra na yema adwuma no mu de mekai san kwada no kai. And you see, these are the gospel truth. Mami nearby Ivy Akwaba, all the way every year, Virginia, Adutwum. We see a form of Benina Benche. Monfancha, me, Eugene and comedy in Timiama, so you're here that full for Naya, just schedule a year and common. But Enche, you Ivan Che innocent, a bit to me, ever join here. Na ya to a year common. And clearly, me can't quack say. Yeni anu mo edo mo free Ghana by universities e wa abroche ni mu yentwem emfaso bi aniso. I just see be see edo mo ba abroche no besua courses bi as a course no wo wie no wo ba te say the Malaysia for ye no. The Malaysians no mo free wo mo krom a wo ba Europe ni America akosua de ne the Chinese no. They sign a bond o mo sign a bond with the government. Omo busua for ka ho. They sign bond with their family, with the government. Ti omo ba no o ma be ye adwuma no a aban no pamo wo mo. We sign bond with the government na adwuma no e dia ma no ba me ya aban no ni wo be di ne se de tie pepepe. So clearly no ye ni mu bi ne de ye ntiase. The ye kofa sa back to yes our level no. Ye hwena ye nkona ye ni yenua Ivan. Me ma no Akwaba. Na ye no entwetwe enkomo ewo FDA so senior etie pepepe ye hwese yenua Ivan ye nkona Ivan ba jot me nka very good yenso yete wonka ye mo Akwaba
Major Sumina.
Congratulations ubiem na no we share which FFF and I'm see hey menu krachini what being say wuja congratulations ubiem.
Thank you, Mumina. And that's so that we are will support system.
Now yen shade you I answer na me fa na me kan about our scholarship ya ye ma ye nuanum besua de wa abrochire na ye courses bi o ko legon na obetimi aye bi o ko kivas o betimi aye bi o ko ye friends KUST o betimi aye bi me dem use our scholarship na hu hia courses are free ye betimi aye no Ghana de aden yes subsidies na ye de akotua pounds and dollars no ma be the same courses no nke be ya courses e bia ye nya bi wo Ghana anka e bia sponsor Ghana fo amoma ba be ye no abrochire dia medium susan kenu mum na ede enkeye but na obehuru na ba bi aba no obeye course chartered accountant obeye friend is say marketing obeye sociology political science these courses in social science these courses you offer bi wo Ghana why do we have to waste taxpayers money say ye mfa ye nuanu bi mbra broche no mbesua sa akọ to me ne de bi susan sa course no ehu hia ene say ode be join answer na your topic minim say wo bibi kafa ehu a.
Yeah, Dr. Randy, that was the reasoning behind this scholarship scheme. If you date back to Kwame Nkrumah time, that was the reasoning behind it. So at the time, when Ghana developing on the other areas, knowledge now you here to advance in those fields, now most fields any available our part of the world. So those scholarship schemes were instituted to ensure say among person more advanced in that new sphere. It's impossible to advance in this country, On the so through that particular scholarship scheme. The entire scholarship they say on mine here that expertise, but we don't have it. So state disicate to ask sponsor people to go and learn that expertise so that you come back home and fill that particular space in here. That was the thinking, that was the reasoning behind this whole scholarship scheme, yeah, as a forum. And so Kaya Ghana, Legon, it changed from the British College,
you know.
University of Ghana, no. And students are not more crying now, if you don't first class in as a for automatically Nkrumah gave them scholarship to go and do PhD straight. Master's Kromania, they went there straight to do PhDs in as a for Sabiamba coming back to the university and teach. Because independence, meaning most of the white lecturers, were hesitant. And we didn't have much, your friend is saying, internal, your friend is saying, resources in that particular regard. So automatically, he gave even students scholarship to go and do their PhD straight.
I quite to say, I quite to say, time you see infant Pimno, Abrofunu who said there was pressure on them into normal started some building a year in Nkrumah, sorry, in Nkrumah started so building a year teaching a year training colleges. He be sending a bit to me about Modiana, Ghana phone card and more schools, no bit to me your teachers a better money, budget was.
Yes, so and the Biabekase lead governance is an art. And yeah, they are trying to also implement. You look at your immediate circumstances. Now share the prevailing Neamana air costono. Now what they adjusting, what they build the system, what they are with Neama, and you go, prevailing in whatever. So that was the reason. But you see, politics, in recent times, Abaye winner takes all kind of your friend is an attitude and they approach politics. You say scholarship, because the last time I was telling you, there is this foolish indication say if there's a needy, the man needy student, who is needy? Even the expression needy is vague because there is no single person who has this or onion needy. There is no single person who has this or onion needy. I saw the richest person in the world, Elon Musk. I saw the mark about Trump. Now, so if you use those loose and vague expressions like brilliant but media, sometimes it's very difficult to categorize when they're needy, when they're brilliant, because these are words. You have to subject them to critical scrutiny, and depending on who is analyzing, people will always find easy way just to get in. And why wouldn't you say, power, are your friends and cronies kind of politics now you will say. And instead of looking for these expertise, now you have this scholarship opportunities now those individuals because scholarship is not for need, it's not for your friends are rich and needy. It's about expertise that the country needs. Yes, but the way you chrome her. That's the Kosia Diana Fabra. And it's anybody a rich person cry and I say, Obetian Kosian that expertise now or my new here not the paper backer. It is the responsibility of the state to sponsor that person to go and come. What did American say?
Me too, I say, because that is the most important thing. Say there is a gap in your expertise. No, you need and conform with a year. In the end, when the pan and cover be a bit to Apunya San, no one also the abba, not the baboy.
Yes, so I know, and your scholarship now needy but brilliant now. Not necessarily going abroad to study. Nipano on to me, these schemes are there. Ogo how will go? Nabusian found a way into me M1. And I said, Onisa Neamano. So some of these scholarship schemes, were there just to assist people. Sabaya. Betty Belmonsono, Benjamin dear, our felder, womb. But then, that reason now, I am behind the introduction of these scholarship schemes in and I have politics, and I have Bioma to her. And the obitim the scholarship for the first the first degree, our UK. Or we are not the same person at now. Yes, you have a master's, or you have a master's, we are the same person at the scholarship. Now I have PhD. All near Jumo because scholarship Nipana or man our length, and sir, and a year abusing to a point and Yababedu to the stand say, common courses are Yayan Kroma. I don't need to travel to even Togo to see that expertise, I'm not saying that or be a new home point so called UK because you are there. But where the state is supposed to spend limited resources now, you just need to look at the corner of the and son a woman that scholarship. And yes, dear, that's a mine sika. There are other areas, and then your universities now are expanding in terms of faculties. And most of the cases, you know, I say, it's in Nipana, Sikano model carbon, say, Yakoshia, we said a musican. That money is, a bit few, if there's a lower percentage can sponsor these people here. And I the politics in the year 12 that was last time, local scholarship secretary. They were even selling the scholarship to people. I know people are answer the Obenya scholarship. Now, this would have 50,000, a bit to 60,000, a bit to 70,000. Now, no problem, a bit to 100,000. I come for you, regime, you ever seen me. I come and say, people, I know a lady. She paid almost 50,000 and sent a young man scholarship to go to UK. Of course, I know because I said the stipends and answer for almost say, Passia, the when we are first saying. This are some of the catcher low, almost say, Passia, the when you're winner, when you're quiet, you can buy a human from Putia out over Fairway. So, meaning said, stipends now entitled to no prano, then Sanka will be an edgy. So, it's a whole lot of corruption way and not yet home and a corruption soup and a year cookie and a year several year home. And this challenges, it's not as if the people don't know. And with them, major part of this scholarship scheme, Oklahoma parliamentarians. I been quite courses or said Binam, and a Ghana politician, Harvard Business School, and a yet Fertile Avenue, because and the boarding and the state is paying for some of these things. Young people are or some of these skills and knowledge, then son can. Now, will be aware this 60, 70 years or you will know. They are the very people who are enjoying these things. Over the knowledge in our pimp. With the as our party, crack opposition. Yes, here you were free or Sunday. Sir, knowledge now, audio mind is our Harvard Business School now. What did the executive certificate as one or signed it if ye. So it shows a minor, you need focus. You need the politics, not take partisan politics, sappy every single wisdom in our head. So you need direction, you need vision. Once I'm about power, there and some because idea winning, the idea a power, but you have to go for it.
When you say, I can say, Minchawano, Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, what we say. One more ma a friend is saying offer a year 8 weeks course a year China. Now benefits need one stipend and then round trip airfare to Beijing, paid tuition fee for the summer season, campus housing and a partial meal allowance. Deadline here 1st March 2025. Who be sound was said. For 8 weeks, sa course na nipa na kwa sua o mo che se a friend is saying political science any a friend is saying public admin enti na na che enti ntimi nya bi wo legon ya we na anu ya we your masters we ye nya courses ni bi wo
and America say ye nim de ye pe this is our mind we are lost so your friends Ghana this is a country I practicing democracy China and yet democratic country. And this also we see politics. China is not even the best place to choose. You see, China model of governance, is totally different. This is a communist country. According to them, they are practicing private capital.
Meritocracy in capitalism.
Yes, private, state-driven capitalism. Or more than state-driven capitalism, more or less like a communist country, or more political institutions structures are sharply different from And there's a open political science and answer for now who are China, not state in the sponsor. I just mind in answer. That is the message. Simple. I'm not saying that China school and yet Papa. I'm saying that the systems, entirely for the design by concept, by everything, our system is different from the Chinese system. You can study other things, But to say it's a political science, and yes, you can get yourself exposed to now explore other areas, and then but you see, these are things that you don't use state scholarship. And even some person who can now explore into the Chinese political system, how I work in as a form scholarship 8 months. Do you think is enough for people to do some of these things? So
we're quite there 8 weeks in pool.
Yes, I think that your scholarship regime, we just have to look at it again because over the years, it has been abused. Fortunately, this year, I think that this young man has been posted as a for Jane, and I hope, sir, your friend said he will look at some of these things, not Omar structure, because it at one avenue, I think that over the years, are gaining a lot of notoriety for a whole lot of your friends and reasons. And they are very unkempt and very dirty. I think that this opportunity will be used to say you can rebuild the place. Now you who said a place built on merit, a place I have built and making sure say because Dr. Ren, the emerging faculties of your friends and knowledge, and also when they look at the areas of robotics, your friends AI, Internet of Things. And there's a whole lot of innovative way. These are areas that you expect to say a minor will peep because the countries are peeping into the future. Or be a new what the future holds.
Yeah.
So they are peeping. So these are areas that we're making sure that you sponsor a lot of people to go and research. But go to the scholarship secretariat for the past 10 years. Now go and take a review. Now go and look at courses people go out there to do. The emerging areas now countries are advancing researching into none and their part.
And send your work and can they metaverse imaginations meet reality, and they grab a just our courses no more studio. Courses be out to me said, yeah, can crab a bagana crana, and for so papa be answered any.
And I said, I'm for the scholarship is your history, then I say for and depending on who is in power. Menya. So there are no systems in place. I think and American or minus who need direction.
Yeah.
Because for you to know when and that's your scholarship. Scholarship, which area must feed into the larger developmental goal of the country.
I've only said, and no, America say, and they can in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, we don't even know how many engineers we are producing. Meanwhile, you have more bridges. We don't even know how many friends say carpenters we are producing. Meanwhile, there are schools under trees and go for young
so you can imagine, say, or mine in baby or into the normal scholarship or no, so the everybody to normal. And that's all mine what direction said the next 10 years. Ghana by technological hub. We are training a lot of guys in this field. Cyber security, your friends say robotics, AI, and these are how our minor percent are harnessing the potential of young people, and we want to reposition ourselves. A model among our colleagues in the sub-region. How can IT technology? In Africa, the place I'll be looking at is Ghana. This is the vision we've set up for ourselves. So in the next 10 years, we are sponsoring 10,000 students to go to various universities across the world. No knowledge. Let me tell you something. So China, there is only one country that China has been chasing, America.
Oh yes.
Who have lived in China before? Bia will tell you, say, even black person, sometimes they begin to think that we are Black American, and the respect and the thing they have for you, is different. Now I was doing a master's program there, Capital Medical University, and I realized that is the notion that they have. Most of the professors now know what I realized that most of them are full part to say your friend is saying, "Me no, you are we." And then I realized that most of them schooled in America. This is what they did. They realized that America is a model. We want to change this country. So all the big professors in China, the state sponsored them either to Harvard, either to Yale, and Stanford, big universities in America.
Unim say, Asemi Akofabe in 1979. Deng Xiaoping, the leader of China. When the then president, Jimmy Carter. So Kaya, now in 1978, Deng Xiaoping taking over from General Mao. Our Nunya and the creative 1975. Deng Xiaoping be taking over. The people of China, they were referred as non-entities, good for nothing people. Now you see the only thing good for them, they say bebre. In 1979, Deng Xiaoping passed law say we are China near Obakon, some kaya from 80s, no by no because no too much. And one day a year the Jimmy Carter, the leader of America, the president of America then, 1979, I call a pam almost signing a year a friend is saying educational a friend is saying MOU say a free nekono me the China for woman nim dino me the woman mark America for say mun chini omo mun titi womo a kwanya America for aircon mun titi womo sa na mu wi a yen sanje ya de back na emom no ye betuamo say be a student be a say tuamo be a $1 ye be bon home yensa etuamo because we want to gain the knowledge America for gaining and the Deng Xiaoping said ye no started that initiative and they were creative billionaires and creative people and they were very mighty and great our China.
Yeah, so that is the concept of your friends knowledge with acquisition. So China shipped most of its best brains to the best universities. And so can say that is what India is doing. And to America now, all the big IT firms, Indians and the so you choose a particular area, you push people there, and then they acquire the knowledge. Then you ship it back. China for they just then they came back to reinvent America. They started with an inferior version of America. So Neamano, why Papano? Now about your friends are inferior, but as time goes on, no. You see that
no imitation.
Yes, and it's not first because China they imitate, but then you could see clearly that they've been able to polish some of the technology. Then as for and
I'm building on from the imitation to the original.
Exactly. Tesla, and then I'm told that Tesla, the market value in China is dropping because there is this Chinese company. You find out why or something. I've forgotten the name. It's a popular. Your friends saying, we car company in China. Why something? Oh, our mono Robbie showed us. That tells you how some of these scholarship and some of these things, aqua mind. And me growing up, now me free say that is the thinking. Ghana so betimi share. Now some of the emerging folks,
okay, BYD
one American billionaire early went there and invested in that particular way. Uchakia is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Who didn't even believe, but then that car company, is one of the forces. We have more cars, beautiful cars, and then as a forum, and I know Huawei then as a forum, aside phones, they are also into this electric cars. Huawei is a manufacturer of electric cars, and then as a forum, most of them are coming. Which means it's copy of and they have been able to at their own level and they've seen economic success. And they may not see how years to say, you see the air value, the value dollar air cost. China bet me and dance or I can say, oh, my devalue Misicano or shut that devalue Misica. Sabaya foreign goods, abaya disincentive for his people, unya taste because dollar ubenya and iPhone. Kakra bi na wunya obeto your friends phone no local utoni local or companies and this is how far China has come. But America no ye nimba bi we don't even know baby ye free ye no aye pure aggressive politics obedia akonwa no so a dinsemunu ye de ope obenya 7 nipo muni nyansa mama badge so 4 years 8 years so na akofie na another one aba or so benye nipo munim nyansa mbabaaje so no so bia we are no kwa nipa no motinche omubodede no they don't even care about them.
I only me say ye ka China and a production team e dey ama me say the 20 countries with the most billionaires in a year 2024. China, a year 814 billionaires. America, almost 800 billionaires. India, almost 271 billionaires. United Kingdom, 146 billionaires. Germany, 140 billionaires. Switzerland, a year a friend is saying, a year in Sia, 106 billionaires. Russia, 76 billionaires. Italy, 69 billionaires. France, just 60, a year 8. Brazil, 64. Canada, 53. Thailand, yes, 1957. Year 2 1 year been saying, 49 billionaires.
And because what some of these words, a deliberate creation. Nimian Santi, I say, Yanko Pond, your fence, I say, Yanko Pond, Yanko Pond, so them as if so seed, number so seed, a miracle will happen. One damn off. Miracle will happen. That I'm saying, Yanko Pond, two pokaws, so you know, Okwayana would dibia all of a sudden, no way, you pass a Nimian. And that Bible says, Nimdia, me mind into the so we are lost. We don't know where we are going. And
Messi a chrono 1979. Yeah, we are so when I say, oh, you're good for nothing, no. And then, 814 billionaires. Hey,
not Dr. Red, 50 years ago, not countries in sub-Saharan Africa were more successful than China.
Yes.
Because this guy is the father of how do you call it? GDP. Your friend is Simon Kuznets. He's an American. Your friend is an economist. On the design that metric now you use to assess whether economy is doing or not.
Yeah, Kuznets.
Oh yeah, the Jumano nan one that we or take here Jumano or they call back in time. Now check how other countries tier at that time. He realized that China at the time was the richest country in the world. Even though now there was no metric at the time. But China became one of the poorest countries, and they compare countries in sub-Saharan Africa. But Otenansi who said no, we have a population. The population does change America, and the most populous country in the world is India, and because they bypassed China. But at the time, they realized we need to leverage our numbers. And today, look at where China is. India is following the same steps. So India is leveraging because it is the world's most populous country in the world as we speak. India and not China. And they are also leveraging their numbers for economic growth. These are Nema or maybe Thailand. Do you know why Thailand is becoming successful? Go back and check. As of 2020. Ghana added $250 million across Thailand, farm about Ghana. Now, on ye. Oh, beautiful young ladies and guys. I do politics. I want the political party. I'm about Kumase, the Swakaye. Now, Dr. Rawoka man of Swakaye, a beautiful fellow, but because there is no future for them. I saw better will be done yet. A rabbi will be banned. I hope I can never body chain or supine. African one, a Tiswan Nema. Benims Oko Europe, you who say a tira and near Massis will be the name Krunda. We are come back so about that because a trino and fans one Nema at the toilet for the whole body. But Africa, that is one Nema. That is the problem for you. And I think that this poverty you see is our own creation. It's our own design and it's by our own thinking. And the agent has saying, and government of the day now is setting in place to cover for the weaknesses of the citizens, rather not taking advantage of how gullible the people are, the ignorance of the people, and they rather enrich themselves further and become lords. You can trace political homes in this country. Politicians being who are serving. Dodo na ne bank school kroma. Oko school kroma okra foreign visa. Okra foreign visa or seek medical care outside. Kesa. And leadership like governance no. An opportunity or no di you go free ha. Because who is on mine and I'm the swam and a it's a shit hole. And or I saw other year in the Bakubu baby. And now I said, oh, creative wealth to be for baby. And I said, how can I not make sure say, what pakia. Now maybe I said, so about Brian as a witch me do massive baby more access to good school. Why do you need to make property for them? It means that one because you know say your kids are useless. Because the when man education, yeah, the knowledge, they need to use it to acquire wealth themselves. But what we are there must school papa man or say I create account to that or I pass so they know that the bananas are useless. Upon all the knowledge in us for them, they can't do anything for themselves. And the honor what Menawa said your more we are to a CM1. We knew of how we knew mammy as some 2 hours for million thousand over maybe you need to struggle on your own. No, could rooftop baby. No, you know that these people already know. Will be a certain future man that. What a neck as our cultures away from some you know papa mobra, but Sikana or not never papa the bob brand yet. A month are here for sweat. Oh no, now kind of be I. And all the years of it. You can go back to the scholarship secretary, just go through the list. Individuals, I am almost scholarship program saying, oh, yeah.
Adwa Safo Kra or no, the youngest lawyer, and maybe a Trim Ghana's youngest a young lawyer. Well, no crack, papa was Kabi, but papa share here for equity scholarship.
I know, no, not around Oko Parliament, or we need 200. And we are 250. They say 200. Our access to government scholarship.
Oh, and maybe a trim na NDC for any one secretary general 50 Abikote. Now we no what a year way, what one edge our back school UK Monday to Wednesday. Now a chaplain ticket, no about Thursday, Friday, no about Ghana.
So system no a benefit will be and the Obia ready to put in measures because what in China everyone about or do so when I'm a member for me. Now your friends are going to me. You see why I'm minding to born sanity. So I think that unless you force people to bridge this gap. But then the transnational Ghana, I'm not sure that your development is that difficult.
And then someone they be a make a man for swoo. I didn't monsieur.
What in China is easy, but I'm thinking the way I think about how we can reform. You see, Yankopon continue solve will be a problem. But I think that name will be a horn now, we are. Wouldn't mean solve will be a problem though, but the system will work again.
And Ivan and education and come on our Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM. So my main chairman aso our Milton Keynes our also 80 our DAB plus so in one Manchester so the beautiful D and so but also a Timmy Numawoko and so I say Sanson a lawyer Ochre and so 80 yen also Endo Admasa a year could you say to Banda was say Dr. Red politics we want to go to a year socialist a year educational system, a practical educational system, and I want also ATMA. My main council say and channel. You better than I say. Maybe more able to me be a phone lines and na yet to me after 1 or 2 calls. Now we every year. Juliana or said Dr. Ren, I am really loving this conversation. The two of you are really knowledgeable. God bless you. This is what we need. The truth must be told. Scholarship bringing people to come and learn social sciences when they can do the same courses in Ghana. In fact, like you said, our leaders creates our own problems for us. Greetings to Ivan, Chi, Juliana, and Sudiano. Mami, Frakoma. Was it our dear sister who used to head the NSS? Where is she? She should come home and answer questions. They've chopped all our monies and they are running away from our country. Hey, Ghana. Rashida, Rashida said, greetings. I'm enjoying the conversation. Keep up the good work. Rainbow Radio, no size. Mona mudi abrochi. Echo Ghana na mudi Ghana ba abrochi. Or no so the audi ever. My main share TikTok. So beloved, see you can't cheat nature. One also the ahodi abandon. Let me go and see. What for Kwame was saying. Human resources are potentially incomparable. So incomparable. Also the audi by I don't know. Also no. Anyway, yemfa the other messages are in your animal so Edia woman so Ediaba. A young cruma echiawo. Now, clearly, Ofa a year and Semia or Ivan. Ye didn't want come in rush to keep him up about each my bangura and as we Ofa Komoya ye dear, Ubebusa say for many years, Yakusku, all the Harvard, all the look, wifey in what call a year West London University, what we call Oxford, what we call Aston. Schools be bringing in our book to see a queen. But today, you can't say so still as any okay. The Ghanaian child is still an only tea. That's what's one yoma. Okubunsia, this was far bucket and anti-quencing no akubunsu. We cannot even create a system where people will live in their own comfortable homes. One may call more kitchen, no matter on the tap, then you free, or may call bathroom, no matter on the shower, not ever. Majority of our people are still living as if and they are the creative, and yet they have a creative the earth. How come see into me young fast with education, Ivan? Editor.
Yeah, Dr. Ren, I know what check it Facebook. I'm on for complaining. Sound. So I don't know how we all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and yeah, Ebusia form fan cheme. Oh yes, it is true. Oh. Ivan, but just see my idea. Ebusia form fan che. Aye. Yes. I think said the kind idea. Recording no. Ti the kind idea. Say ni nyina no. Ewa hasi. One fan chem. At least I think I made a. He says I'm a year free baby. Okay, but to us.
I think that school now you you see, what I see in our part of the world, I did a fairly inferiority complex. Yahano, we are notion. We said the very moment we be to panya kwabu chirako school no, or no your special time will be that is the notion. But we forget to say being special no, it's about the value you put on yourself, irrespective of the year study here, and the knowledge that you have, premium better so, and the kind of contribution that you can make. So what has happened in this country? Majority of people want the opportunity to be in leadership position. If your mom say and sometimes you begin to wonder, I say, what you play no man, Yansa in a frame, to overdo no, I say, Coral Quan or Bansa Pine. Or Dr. Ren, so we have Quaya Yafaswa, young best managing this country over the years. It's either said, Niamana Yokusiano, Overseer, a capquay we are famba, Bansa, and I say, greed, I inherit or Dr. Ren. So we have Paya, or being the honor of Busia for Benyantino. The was Yano Crown of the year, Juma, and the other said, about or not say I'm one. So the best way to do is to abandon those things and resort to doing the old things na Sani. That is the culture, Sani, that is the culture. Because I don't know your institute, because I know the benefits and the reward, and that is very corrupt.
I know the free Ghana kwa Babruchi. Now Babruchi Ubada Bay, ye Kasawo, ye Dina won't come on to.
Yes. So I'm betina this reset, can once mean. How do you reset the system in such a way that every facet, every faculty will be retouched? Say by this particular notion, a best son. Now you who say, idea be based on how I have a structure system, no. And then I made a video on YouTube and I make a charm for say. The only difference between and the European powers and as American they say, or more police, your police, or more mra, your mra, or more leaders, your leaders, or more citizens, your citizens. But why this vast disparity in terms of economic opportunities and so forth? Discipline, making sure say the most indisciplined breed of people was so we the black race. Ye nim kwan ya fa so a ye de mra ye di mra so ye mfa mra nya adwuma ye nya de pepɛ ye ade say obi nhwɛ na we can't afford to do right then when people are not looking at us. Enti onanti a hwɛ na chi obi a ma to akura no ato atwene. So that attitude of indiscipline is so inherent. And we think it's just indiscipline. No. I don't know about everywhere. Institution be a woman or the year. When this element of indiscipline in your room, it renders that particular institution ineffective. And all the structures in this country, from the police to the military to the presidency to one, but being who work as a way of function. And so the functionality of these agencies and institutions and the community into the overall aggregate in terms of economic success or mind. So if these things are not there, trust me, you cannot go anywhere. And that is the mistake we make. So I think that as I say, now you redesign the framework of our governance, architecture, and Ankasa. So you redesign and now, trust me, things will work differently. Now, I just said, 40 years we will be here and nothing will change.
Yenkai a year Ebusia Force, and a year the Council of State, a year Abato the Kumu, Ashanti region, sending Medinkai, Ebo Amaniano, a course one a year Ura Kennedy compare with Agyapong, any red doom, Adutwum, or more years or more Asiebi. Then so when I'm so many accreditation tea, Modia, Epamo, War, and it is any Medinkai, a kind, a ma a year. Initial news. Luguswa wuti Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM. Ewo say Sanso ena Mijili say Jenny Love no na or complaining say there is no sound. I hope say sound is okay. CCA. Now Yembra minim say time we are pressed with time and check for news at 7 young kuntomo say more Accra. Now share the finance minister declared a year time lisa, but bit me Bobo Sukakra. OSP declared a year fugitive wanted. Your take on it?
Dr. Ryan, I think there are a lot of drama in this country, and I saw the interview of special prosecutor here. We heard the demeanor and then I said for now said he's trying to do something, but we will be out sitting back and I'll share their costume. Of course, I will share comedy channel, no? And you see, I am prominent in all that is happening, institutional weakness. Because from the demeanor of the special prosecutor, I draw a conclusion that this is a guy when there enough evidence in the past. Nearly down the finance minister and several other people. But I'm saying institutions that I say he was pinned down, and there was no way he could have brought these issues up when Akufo-Addo was in government. So power society at this time, was feeling relieved. Nipa no tell so opinion and down was sorry. That is why you see this renewed energy and a bit of emotions in what he's doing. But I think, sir, you see, Obiti second for Atta and other people, Maka a Canada that said, Nema and Krufowe Ayedo Kromaseno. They need to answer for their crimes. And yes, Ghana for will never forgive President Mahama if he allows this grand theft caused in this country in the last 80 years to go unpunished or unanswered. And one aspect Ghana for Eric say, this is a guy. One of the charges in a Yadiamano, I say, or the Nisakobo mine sikam, acquire National Cathedral, no one see Amanano go 2 years. Only Minyan Santino, and now new Timenia could draw a troll letter, Brian said, or call hospital, our America. Nisi Ononia and Sikanokobo was under by or you go to Amana, our Accra. Amanano and Chile, and then our and the boom. What Timenia could do so no pa America could see Kike. And Dr. Ren, in any serious country where serious-minded, intelligent people are put in leadership position, how dare you? How dare you to even put that particular thing on paper? When facility at Mahama Siwo Kumaseno, Afari Medical Hospital, it's a medical village, was left to rot for 8 good years. Today, that joker called Kenuforiata had the infantry to write back to special prosecutor and whatever be our another man can the warrior as our map. But he's telling the whole Ghana say, oh no, Google Mayo Clinic. Those of us in the field of medicine are very familiar with them, what they do. It is one of the most expensive facilities in America. They also do a lot of research in a lot of medical advances away, a lot of areas.
Omo hospital be cry with UK. Your president Akufo-Addo on Ukraba UK a honoko.
Yes, I hope a lot of medical research is in the new. You find it from medical, your friends are from Mayo Clinic or more research lab in Nasafon.
Yeah, Mayo Clinic ni be cry with UK ex-president Akufo-Addo those days and all visit.
Good. So this is a guy hospital or musi we jamana kawura wabubu hospitals at Wabu. Kasa health infrastructure na yamu binu me no yati wedo so yam build a hospital no wanye and no nya kokoduru akwatena America say o sikike na care na o ye indefinitely no no kra adwene say bia in the future no be no operation you know o hu da obeba enti o pass bi o mbisa the lawyer. And you see, I'm expecting say some of these things may tactics people employ. Abaya ya on national service or also a couple of I'm told on also in Ghana. And I know world obviously it's a small community. So one person will retrieve you. Let me use the word retrieve. You can easily retrieve the person like an item. If only we are serious, I would never buy. And this time round, I want the state to be so ruthless in its pursuit of these criminals. Sebeyebe send a message to potential criminals in this new administration and those who have the opportunity to be in Akufo-Addo's way say it is no longer business as usual, Dr. Ren. You don't mess up and expect say you go unpunished. Abasa, we will end up setting a terrible precedent. And
but MP before saying ya dey make see aga because after all one more time we come and NDC for to we dey o wontimi nya hwe oforiata no kra omba oba kra no a e wontimi nchinidu
o say ana meka no ade ba kwa ma politics wo kroma ya abraho no say nipa na wabokro no omo mu defending him. He doesn't even have respect for them. He doesn't even regard them. And those within MPP, they know. But I thought these are the same bunch of idiots who will come out and defend these people who don't even have respect for them. They don't even regard them. Or not born and pass across no or then the busi and fast baby no. Now Kwabraneti Kroma Yahoo press conference. Some now cannot. He doesn't even understand what he say, but they are defending. Because the best person to respond or answer for some of these things, I can overrata. Why will anybody do press conferences? But you see, they understand the politics in this country. So they came. And that is the narrative I'm looking for. I said this time around under President Mahama, this culture will change. And yes, our Ghana for will not be forgiven this time around. Come culture. Sa crowd that joined the politics, part my back, I party or back in a tremble, and then I'm for near till rough. Young people are wide awakened. You can't fool them. So they are buying the bayano. and never call the report card so the next 4 years. And I think that the president has a choice to make sure, sir, he delivers on the promises that he made to the people of Ghana, and that include going after these criminals. We can't forgive them.
Abusia, Ivan, Che innocent, or we can't forgive them. And right, but we can't forgive them either. Samo. Here's a John Mahama, and the friend is saying the Attorney General Betimi Abomodiana Eja, or more are prosecutors uncle for quickly. A final a year discontinuation of a year, a friend is saying some of these cases are ending. Attorney General say Omomodia in the Tribium. Agwako Yen Sembibria, Ura Gofred Dame, I say former Attorney General, taking it personal. A year the discontinuation of high profile cases. Meaning, say, between the 3 minutes, be up on a tougher. Na meja wechi kwa no wako kakra.
Mamenka say, we Attorney General our power to discontinue any case. Within the remit of the law, he has that particular power either to cancel the case or file for null prosequi. But you see, there be a mekasa adena yayano. And your Pentecost meeting, a politics. Perception is very, very important. Most of the people who have been prosecuted under Akufo-Addo were just political witch hunting. Some of the cases were foolish cases. Man for him say, your friend said those cases had no merit. That is a fact. But the reality.
Yo, Abusia Guswa Wuti Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM. Yenunia, Ivan Che Innocent, Anna Yeneno, Edutwum, and Como. Enche, yeah.
Sorry.
Yo, watch out to us, my.
Said enough Mexicano. And that power to discontinue is there, but I'm saying politics and yeah, perception is very key. And said Mexicano, we know some of the cases were foolish cases. People just wanted to drag people. But you see, in order not to create false impression in the minds of people, say, what about power? And I will free growth, these cases, some were flimsy. So I would have expected, say, the AG will allow these cases to proceed for judges to pronounce judgment on them, to bring them to finality, just to confirm in some way you can say some of these cases were foolish cases. But if you don't allow them to proceed to their logical conclusion, and you discontinue them, you create a certain energy for the other side. Doc, what was that for the first time? Godfrey Adami, I know press conference. This is a guy on a Japa case. We all saw what happened. That time, no, well, to me, I net press conference. But when you could draw a chroma or your press conference, why? Because the Attorney General created that particular room. Menka say only right. America said, if you are doing politics, we need to be very, your friends say, reasonable in our thinking. Makato said perception shapes everything. You may have justifiable reason, yes, because somehow don't know many some of the explanation now. But the reality is that this is politics. Canceling all the cases will send wrong signal. Because I can cancel cases, Because I know most of the cases were foolish cases, I will let them proceed. Say by create certain impression in the minds of people. Say, say, oh, say your foolish cases, why should you continue? And I make say, normal land cases, normal cases within public arena, and your political related. You can let them. But for politically exposed individual, perception is everything. So you allow these cases to proceed, you know they are going to fail, so let them fail. So when they fail, people know that they failed, they went through trial and they failed. So at the end of the day, you don't give that ammunition to your other side to say things that they are saying. So I think that is my point. I disagree with him cancelling all the cases. I am here, and let them fail, and then people will know say they failed not because I cancelled them.
especially when they have come said they want to demand a friend is saying accountability,
Yes.
We time in I mean now was I'm just much now. Maybe I say why ya kunyani no to train komo na ya twa yan komodi so we'll be delving into more of these social political issues no that's it. Finally answer na wo kono.
Rainbow Radio live 92.4 FM DAB plus.
Dr. Ren,
Yes.
I think that be a message is simple. Ghana need be wherever you find yourself. No, who say Ghana your company, you have a stake, whatever investment. So in the end, come wrong, irrespective of a beer, we have the courage voice out. Because democracy, I'm fast kind of two they are not there. And never call wrong. Let us come together and make sure say you be straight in because they say however far you go, homeland will always remain homeland. Circumstances may change and we won't plan this rubber Ghana, but circumstances may bring you back here to come and live here. And it is for our own sake. That's why we need to contribute to building Ghana we all want. Not Ghana will be pet by Ghana we want.
Thank you so much, Ivan Sen and Super Kind, sir. I will try and see if God willing and me at much chance to be a better dream. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Rainbow Radio live 92.4 FM DAB plus. To Accra. This is the news on Rainbow Radio, 87.5 FM,
92.4 FM,
and DAB Radio.
Ghana this year, Yamunia Jumobi Aquaba. Everybody Radio International so and then you make us a break chat to work as a video so when they away mo and the idea de bro baby biara wo Yamua Juamo Aquaba a higher Rainbow Radio International. Now you can Rainbow Radio International a Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM London, dear Benoso London, dear B Plus and also Manchester. Rainbow Radio MK, Ewo dear Benoso Menten Keynes, Ghana, Rainbow Radio